What is good, y'all? Welcome to episode 7 of the Anime Villains podcast. And we are here, with my two wonderful co-hosts. How y'all gentlemen have been doing today?
Good man, got some bangers that dropped this week. Ready to cover 'em.
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Can't
Oh,
wait for that. Can't wait for the reviews of episodes this week. Got maybe have a couple hot takes for y'all too, man.
oh shit. Hopefully y'all staying warm, man. We in Texas, y'all know, and it's been some places lit chilly. Real chilly. But let's get straight to the episode. We're gonna start off with a bang, man. Straight into it. No other, we're never gonna talk about football. We'll do that later if we got time. But JJK, what is it, episode 4? And
Mm-hmm.
this was the most anticipated, it was like, I know it was like hyped up for like at least a week, and people was talking about it, like they come out and say like, oh, these famous or popular animators is gonna be animated as a team and stuff. And so people saying it's gonna be a banger and stuff. So I have a few questions for y'all about the episode and the fights and everything, but I want y'all first to give me y'all general quick thoughts about the episode, right quick. Y'all can rate it 1 out of 10 if you want, because I get to that also. But if you want to rate it, talk about what you like or dislike, right quick, that also be cool. So go ahead and go, Joseph. How you think about this episode? Maki versus
10
the
out of
Zen and
10,
Ken.
bro. 10 out of 10. Bro. I love that they gave Maki her own moment, bro. Like I didn't know she was like that. She like that. What happened? She pulled up to. Oh no, that was her dad, right? That put her into the
Yeah,
the
that was a
yeah,
dad. Yeah.
yeah. She came out and she was and bro was like, "Who is this behind me? This and that. Like this her behind me?"
Yeah.
She catch up to him, cut his head off, going. Then after that, she go
Hold
berserk,
it, sorry,
bro.
right quick. I'm gonna ask you a lot of things because as y'all don't know, me and
Okay.
Hendo, we've watched we have read the manga, so we know what was cooking up, and it's gonna be a whole segment of me asking Hendo things about the comparison to the manga for different things. But Joseph, I just want to ask you, 'cause I want to know from your point of view, like, did you expect when just like shit started to hit the fan and she just instantly cut his head off? Like, was you like super shocked, like, bro, what is going on? And she just started going crazy. Like, did you
Bro,
expect
she
that
started
at
going
all?
stupid. No, I ain't expected it at all. I didn't know how strong she actually was, bro.
Oh,
She different.
also,
She
That's the
different.
yeah,
thing,
I was about
though.
to say,
That's
yeah,
the
let's explain
thing,
that.
though.
Also, yeah,
Like
did you understand like what was going on with her and her
what
sister?
Mai was saying, and like why she quote unquote like sacrificed herself.
Yeah, did you understand that?
Not all the way, not necessarily, no.
Okay. So basically, so in Jujutsu, like the sorcery thing, basically like the power system, like
Hmm.
a lot of the attributes to it, it has stuff to do like with balance, or like similar to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, what is it, law of equivalent exchange. So it was similar to that.
Hmm.
So it's always like a balance to things. So if you remember Toji, I'm talking about Toji first. If you remember Toji, he
Yeah.
have something called a heavenly restriction. And like his give and take thing was basically like he don't got, I was about to say mana, he don't got no curse energy, like none, like but whatsoever, like not even like a small
Yeah.
drop. He has zero. And his like countermeasure was like the world Blazy gave him a blessing of like a super OP body. So that's why you see Toji, he's so fast, he's so strong, he was able to speed blitz Gojo. That's how, because like he's super fast and super
Hmm.
strong. And that's why he used a lot of curse tools. Um, and so Maki basically got the same thing. Wait, did she already kind of have it already, or no? She didn't have it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so her and
Mm-mm.
Mai, it's a whole thing because they are twins, right? So I don't know if you know,
It's a
Ma was
twins.
saying,
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah.
and so it's the same law with equivalent exchange. Ma was kind of saying, in like the eyes of like the power system, they're kind of one being, and
They're
like
the same
in the same,
person.
yeah, they're the same person. So the whole time, Ma, she didn't really want to like pursue strength. Like she was fine with staying weak and staying at the bottom. But Maki, as you know,
I think I know
Maki,
what happened.
yeah, so Maki wanted to keep
Okay.
getting stronger and stuff. They kind of showed flashback and showing snippets of that. And Maki wanted to get stronger, but
Hmm.
that's not gonna work. That's like you trying to run with your right leg and your left leg just laying limp. Like it's go like your body is not gonna work. So Maki was like pretty solid, but she wasn't strong,
Right.
and I forgot what was Mai. I know Mai had something. Was just that she had a little bit of curse energy, but that she was just ass. I think that's what it was. Like she
No,
had some,
Mai
but she
had
was
the
just
curse
trash.
technique.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah. Okay, she had the
he
curse
actually had a
technique.
curse technique. Maki didn't have she had no curse
Yeah,
technique, right?
and
Like she just
yeah.
had like
Mm-mm.
she was a weaker version of Toji
Yeah.
essentially. in the sense of like with her buff and stuff. And to Donovan's point, it was like technically they like Jujutsu, the law of Jujutsu kind of viewed them as one person, right? So as long as both of them were alive, neither of them would have ever been able to fulfill like their full potential because their other half had like the rest of what was supposed to complete
Or their
them. So
talent or
once
whatever. Yep.
once my sacrificed herself, right, and basically gave herself up, that fully allowed Maki to be unlocked. And that's low-key the version of Maki we've supposed to been seeing the whole time. Literally Toji 2.0, right? That means she's better. I won't say all that. But like that's
That's
the
still gonna
person
be a debate.
we should have been seeing or
Yeah.
whatever, right? But she wasn't able to fully realize that until basically her sister died.
Okay, yeah, and so I was gonna say this another thing about the manga. Did you catch Joseph went like I think that's like that when Maki dad, left Maki to die and stuff, and he was walking away and he turned around and see Maki. Like and they kind of like interceded like two people like in in one shot. Like did you understand like who that was or did you like tell like what like I think it was like black, it was like kind of like black and
It was
white.
like a
It
impact
was like
frame.
quick flash. Like did you see that? Like do you remember that? Okay, so that's one thing, Hendo. We can talk about this point right quick. One thing I was gonna say. So basically, in the manga, it's supposed to be like showing Toji and like Maki side by side, hitting like similar stances, and in
Literally
that
like
scene,
like the
yeah,
posters
literally
behind
side
me.
by
That's how
side.
exactly how they had it set up.
And that scene, the dad was basically like, "Oh my god, she's like Toji" in that scene. So I don't know if you remember the dad did the same
I
thing.
did see that.
But
I
I was
did
saying
see
like.
that.
But like they kind of interceded the pictures, and I'm gonna say I didn't really like the way they did that. How about you? Did you have a problem with the way they showed that panel?
Yeah, I didn't like that either because it was too quick, right?
Too
Like, and I'm saying too quick in the sense of everybody knows, like that entire household was scared of Toji. Like, literally the only person that beat Toji wasn't Awakened Gojo. Gojo literally lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody knows the type of time Toji was on. So that was like our first glimpse of us really truly understanding how strong Maki is at this point. Because it's kind of like how when Yuta pulled up with his cursed energy, everybody like, no, that feel like Gojo. They like, nah, like that's creepier. It has more. That's the same type of feeling we were supposed to get. And I feel like that moment didn't really hit as well. Because you had like in the little impact frame, it's kind of you may catch it, but you may have to rewind it, kind of like what they trying to do, what they trying to get off, et cetera, et cetera. So I wasn't the biggest fan of how they depicted that.
Exactly, yeah, same. And like I
Okay.
said, I feel like if you ever read the manga, you really wouldn't like know to look out for it, and it happened so quick. So I would if I was watching first time, I probably would like think nothing of it because I couldn't really even like I was waiting for it, and I really like I could see it, but like you see, it was so quick. I was like, bro, why did they do that? Like, this is I don't know. And some people like to say I hate. Well, I don't hate. Sorry, I dislike the people that be always trying to harping on people that kind of wanted more like something more similar to the manga. And it was like, bro, so what you when they be joking to ask people like, so you want just like a still frame of like the panel? And in that situation, I'm gonna say, yeah, okay, if you remember Hendo and Joseph, especially Hendo, there was a popular panel when it was Mahito, Toto, and Yuji, when it was like 120 per
They've all reached
percent.
120%
I don't know
of
if
their
you're
maximum
not seeing
potential.
Joseph. That was when it was all fighting, and basically like it was like a still frame, but like them three side by side. Like that was literally like the manga panel.
Elite,
They literally
10
put
out
the
of
manga
10.
panel and it's super fire.
Exact same
So I hate
thing.
when people say,
Yeah.
"Oh, so you just want
Okay.
them to put the manga panel?" In that instance, yes. All they
Yes.
had to do was just show Toji
Yes.
Maki, and it would have been so loud. But that was a big thing. But sorry for interrupting you about how you feel about the episode. You going to continue? Like, how do you feel about whenever she pulled up and like I think they was in like a dojo and then the fight at the end? How do you feel about that, Joseph?
Nah, she was in that dojo going stupid, bro. Bro came outside to see if they was done, and they was done. They was cooked. But nah, I enjoyed the episode. I just love to see, you know, other characters except for other characters getting their shine. You know what I'm saying? Or
Side
furthering their
characters.
storyline, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
I liked it a lot. 10 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, it had like quite a few Kill Bill references in like the dojo scene.
Oh,
Not gonna
okay.
lie, and it was really fire. So and though
hmm
how you feel about the episode as a whole? All the fights, storytelling, whatever the scenes, the animation. How you felt about it?
I'm not gonna lie. I give episode like a 7.5, like an
Whoa.
8.
Damn.
Yeah,
Whoa. How come?
yeah,
How come? Please explain yourself, sir.
yeah. Cause
Damn.
me personally,
Yeah.
this was one of my favorite moments of the entire manga. Like I
Mm.
very vividly remember reading this, and I'm sitting at the Donovan, and we got another homeboy named David. I'm going crazy because I'm very big. I'm a big Maki stan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Maki, she her. Yeah, you see that? They saying she's strong as told you. They like, no, no, no,
There
no,
was
no,
so
no,
many
no, no,
debates.
no,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, brother, you seen the panel. You seen bro dry hating this nigga. You're not him. You're not him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, like that had some emotions riled up. So I was looking for. I didn't know we was gonna get it all in one episode.
Exactly.
So when I seen it was 28 minutes, I said, oh yeah, let's get into it. I like the first part, right? And I'm gonna break it up in like 3 parts, right?
Yeah, go
First
ahead.
part is gonna be the quote unquote awakening. Second part is when it's gonna be when she fights like the high or whatever,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah. I think
that's
it's the
gonna be
hate,
like the
maybe,
fodder
maybe. Yeah.
and like the rest of their up. And then the third part gonna be when she fights Naoya
Okay.
or whatever.
Go ahead.
First part was elite. I had no problem with that. I liked all of that because I honestly forgot how she did lose to her dad. Because I forgot that Mai had to do that in order for her to fully unlock it, right? So I was like, dang, like you get the emotions, you know what I'm saying? You feeling bad, pulling on your heartstrings. You know, JJK, they're really not known for that for real. Like the most times you'll feel sad is if you see Yuji kind of feeling bad because you feel like he's a mass murderer, right? In regard to,
Mm.
or like when somebody else gets killed like in battle. You don't really see a lot of sacrifices, if that makes sense. So like this, I feel like is one of those moments you saw like a true sacrifice, and that was kind of off-putting, quote unquote, if you will, you know. So I was like, that like that's pretty cool. And then we get to the fight scene. Dojo scene was cool. It was cool, but like that's really it. I don't feel like I was kind of taken back. Like I like some of the cuts they had in the animations and stuff, but then like sadly, when you have a lot of fodder like that, and you don't really have like quote unquote big move, you gotta manually go in and physically cut down every single person one on one. Like you're not putting all your effort in your animation to that, especially when you got the other stuff coming up. So I feel like some of the animation on that was kind of like you know what I'm saying? Like it was me. Give me the me, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting. That's interesting.
Like and so then when she finally fights some of the big dogs, I really like the moment with the eyes, right? I like that. I thought that was dope. And even when bro thought he had her, and then she walking away with his head, you know what I'm saying?
He turned into
That whole
Deku.
sequence was elite.
Crazy
You know what I'm
word.
He
saying?
literally turned into Deku
That
talk.
whole sequence,
Crazy
elite.
word.
You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, she's hurt. And then he said, dang, he ain't got a heart. She took it with her when she died. What a sound bar effect said. That's a bar.
P.
But their fight, bro, it was kind of hard to keep up with, bro. Like, and I get it. He's moving like 24 frames per second, right? So you're trying to illustrate that to us as the viewer, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like sometimes, like, I had to kind of go back and rewatch it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to
Gotcha.
like make sure I'm keeping up. I'm not missing any details, stuff like that. So I was like, like I expected to be blown away. I was not blown away. I enjoyed it,
Really?
and I could tell they put more time and effort into it than like a quote unquote normal episode, right? That I appreciate. But from what I was expecting, it's like I was I was a little underwhelmed, especially because I was looking forward to it. But like at the end of the day, I know it wasn't like it was bad or anything like that. I just feel like those are just a couple of personal gripes or things that I have with it, but that don't make the episode bad. So that's why I give it like a 7.5, 8, right? I definitely enjoyed it. I like
Interesting.
certain things that they did, but like the main part of made your meat potatoes, which I feel like was that part 3, if you will, when she fights in Iowa. I was just like, I wasn't the biggest fan of how they portrayed that or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you rated it 7.5, 8, and Joseph, you said it's a 10 out of 10?
That's it.
Okay, I will. And right quick, I like the way you broke it down. Which of the? I was actually to Hendo right quick. Which of the 3 sections was the best to you? Like, which one do you like the best? Or I guess, yeah. So So the dojo scene and the scene when she was fighting, you know, all the like the squad people, and then the last Naira fight. Yeah. So which you like
The
the most?
best would probably be
Or you like the most? Whatever best you like the most.
I think I enjoyed probably the second part the most, and I'll go from her dad. That'll basically when she went round two versus her dad, up until she starts fighting Naoya again. Like even including the dojo scene, I feel like the animation kind of like dipped a little bit in quality because of but they still like I like how they basically showcased the power cliff that she had over all of them
Huh?
at that point. And I do like how they portray they like, oh, these are all grade one, semi-grade one sorcerers. These are the strongest people in the Zenny clan.
Yep.
She's slaughterized them in point 0.5 seconds.
Easy.
And so like I enjoyed that or whatever. So yeah, I would probably say that was probably my favorite part.
All right, how about you, Joseph? Do you like the dojo scene the best?
Um,
Do you like the squad fight the best? Or you like the one-on-one the best?
Squad fight was the last one, right?
No,
Squad fight was
basically
No.
second to last. It was the one where the
Okay.
dude was on like the last one was the Naiwa fight when she went 1-on-1 with her cousin or whatever he is.
Nah, not the one on. It was probably the squad
The
fight.
squad fight, yeah, when she was
Mhm.
fighting other
And
people, yeah.
yeah, like when you said she was walking, she came out there smoke. She had bro head in her hand. Do y'all remember? It gave me that feeling of like when Mikasa was going crazy on like towards the end. This was like the last chapter, or
Yeah.
whatever. She was going crazy, and then the blood was raining on top of her,
Yeah.
bro. After she had smashed, it kind of gave me that feeling, bro.
Mm. Okay, yeah.
I
So
fucked with it.
I'm gonna go through my little opinions real quick, and I'm gonna ask y'all some rapid fire questions about the episode, some more. But first of all, at first I ain't gonna lie, I had high expectations, and I rated it like an 8. But as I kept watching like the clips and stuff of it, maybe I needed to watch it the second time. But I watched the clips and stuff, and I was like, dang, they did that. Dang, they did that. Dang, they did that. So I'm pushing up to like a 9 now. It was really amazing. Like I said, out of the three, like I even knew what was expected. Like, of course, I read the manga, and they still went above and beyond. Cause I didn't really like, especially like the dojo scene. I didn't really like imagine it or vision it, nothing like that.
Very true.
Her biting somebody and sliding to him because her memento taking her forward. He just stuck, and I like how they really showed the fear of all like the regular sources. At first, they thought she was laughing stock. She ain't nothing she saw, and then they were showing the fear when she was pulling up and about to body someone. They were so scared. They were screaming. So I lucky may
Hmm.
say the dojo just for the Kill Bill references when they was in black and white a little bit. Her sliding across like it was just a lot of, and I've been said that since we first started reviewing JJK or even before. I was excited for the creative choices that directors will
Right.
take in the fights, because like I said back then, the Sukuna versus Maharaga fight. It was a
Maharaga,
lot of stuff like they added on.
man,
That
savage,
I
bro.
believe that fight was like super
Savage.
short, and they added a lot of peak stuff. So I was
They did.
already excited. I was like, man, I can't wait to this fight because bam, 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 and see what they go do. So like I said, they added like a bunch of stuff. Like I didn't even imagine and I like how they made the squad of the Hay like seem strong, and it helped show you how Maki was even strong because he's some of the I don't remember doing
Technically,
it.
I mean
He's some
they
of the
are
big,
though,
he's
bro.
strong.
They're the strongest people in the
So I
clan.
like how it showed it. They really showed that he's summoned that big old hand and how his eyes were so oppressive and it was digging a
Mm-hmm.
hole
That
in
was
what's her
pressure.
head. The
That was
dude, I did
pressure.
not remember. Like I said, I already said it before. I don't remember him doing 3,000 Deku punches like he from my hero. I do not
Facts.
remember him
That's
doing that at
exactly.
all.
I thought it was Deku One Punch Man. I
I
was
do
like,
not.
bro, wasn't moving like this.
So I love it. I want to low key say the dojo. I ain't gonna lie. The dojo scene is my favorite because I was just so least unexpected. Like I didn't expect them to do all that crap. I thought it was gonna be quick. Her just like the slice and dicing and just biting and
Facts.
cupping them to
That's
leave.
facts.
But I like how it showed all the blood and the floor, just everything. Like the ambiance of the scene. They really made me. I don't know if they played music. I don't know if it's the background or whatever. But they really made me feel like it was like a tense moment, and I was there about to get body next. Like
Yeah.
like Mike could go pull up on me next and cut my head off. It really felt like that. So that's my best scene. And I like I said, to the strength of it, I like how they made Naiwa. In some ways, though, I'm gonna ask you a question about this later, Hendo, but I like how in some ways they made him, like I said, really show how strong he was. He was pulling Maki through mountains, and I did not expect him to do that. He was putting her through walls
Not
and
lying.
ragged on her like crazy. Like I didn't expect them to make my Naiwa feel that strong. So I like the way they do that because it show how much better Maki is if she no-diffed all of them and they summoning giant hands and all that. Yeah, so it was a 9. It was great. It was amazing. I can't wait till more fights. But since I'm talking about Naiwa, first time I asked Joseph this, only hear your pen. So, but do you like? I know I said Naiwa was dragging her through the mountains, But did it seem to you that Maki really wasn't taking any damage from none of that, and she was like chilling the whole time? Did that make you feel like Nayo is weak? And especially if you remember, go back to the first fight that he had with Choso. You remember he was doing 30,000 punches to him, and it really like we seen Choso take damage, but it still looked like he was like pretty solid, like. So do you feel like Nayo punching like a sissy, or like he really not that strong? Or did you feel like he was still pretty strong?
No, you could tell he was strong. It's just like you said, it was just a test to how strong Maki had got after the transformation, bro. But I think for sure Nia was bodying a couple niggas in the show. For sure.
Okay, I'm glad.
He's strong though.
Yeah, I'm glad he felt that way. Hendo, how about you? Did it make it feel like Nia wasn't really like that strong because Mikey just eating his punches and all that? Or did you feel like he was strong?
Yeah, bro, because I mean, I feel like, let's just keep it a beam. He lost to Chozo, right? So it's like, no disrespect to Chozo, but I feel like Chozo, if you think of top tiers in the show, you're not thinking Chozo, right? Obviously, great fighter, but I feel like if him and Yuji was to scrap again, I don't think he wins again at this current point against current Yuji.
Yep.
And current Yuji, we just seen him get negative diffed when he fought Yuta, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not just strong. It's like for a grade 1 sorcerer, I think he's like okay, you know what I'm saying? So when he was fighting Maki, now granted, he had a way better performance against Maki than he did Chozo. If he was moving like that against Chozo, I think Chozo gets cooked.
I think it was a bad matchup though with that fight.
I had to have been, because I was like, bro, you had all this in your bag and you just wanted to keep all that in the Duffy when you was finna get bodied by bro? Like, that's kind of what I was thinking when I'm watching the fight. I'm like, dang, bro, like I low-key forgot he did all this because I just seen him get cooked by you know what I'm saying? And so, and even like, I felt like he was kind of weak because to your point, it looked like Maki not really taking damage. She's just a tank, right?
Yeah.
But then she says, like, oh, this isn't good. Like, if this keeps up for too long, like, I'm gonna be barbecue chicken. And I'm like, bro, you saying that? I'm not seeing that.
But she looked
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can say, like, oh yeah, if he keeps this up, like, it's not good, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, bro, I'm seeing you eat these punches like they're like, you know what I'm saying? Finger looking good. So I felt like he already wasn't really that strong to begin with, but like after just watching that, bro, he literally got punched one time, and he was basically he got, like, I wouldn't say it was a no diff, right? Because she did have to like no diff is what she did to the Hay members and her dad, right? Like she literally beat all of them in like 2-3 seconds. This was a little, let's say 5-10 minutes, whatever you want to call it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it like maybe a 2.5, 3.
Yeah.
Because as soon as she figured out the trick, she's like, oh, you're done. And then she like literally one-shot him, right? But it's like, like, you know, like, I'm glad we got to see how strong she is. But like, that's kind of another, like, it's just like, y'all tried to hype him up. And it's like, you tried your best, buddy. But
that's how I feel too, because in the manga panels, they were showing her at least like a little blood or taking damage. And when Jelly said in the scene, when she said that, it felt more like, oh yeah, I'm really like, she looked the part. Because I think I remember seeing her, unless I remember it differently, like where he punching her and she's just like looking with a straight face, like it's not doing no damage. On, bro. So I think that showed kind of like, bro, like he's not. Because even when he said, they try to say like, oh, when he was picking up speed, they started to let people know. Because people thought that he wasn't physically getting like actually faster, that it was just his curse technique making him look fast. But he was like, speed creates more strength and blah, blah, blah. And it still didn't do anything to Maki. He did all that and still didn't do it. So I feel like it should have showed that, because he was doing damage to Maki and her saying, I need to stop this for he war bodied her. Like, so I feel like that's probably the main things from manga to anime that I think they didn't do better was the Toji panel for sure. Oh wait, actually it's another panel I'm asking you about. But the Toji panel, with her, Toji and Maki panel, and them showing Maki take damage. And right quick, I wanted to ask you about the quick panel. Everybody loved because showing Toji with Aura. Toji Aura panel. I was actually about to ask. What's the name? I was about to ask. Yeah. I would let Justin know what we talking about though. In the anime, you remember like it was a flashback in Nayu, I think. Like he was a kid and he was talking about told you, oh man, he was like, but I heard somebody got zero curse energy. And like, and a dude probably lame and all sad and stuff as he was a kid, and he
Yeah.
ran up and seen Toji walk by, and Toji had like that straight face, like looking like a demon. And then now got all
Demon. Yeah,
scared.
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay, so in the manga, it was more different, kind of similar to how the Maki Toji panel. Like, I didn't want it to be like be still right there, but you could see like it was like I think you see more Toji like upper half, and like it was just like a more menacing scene. So Hendo, how did you feel about that manga to anime scene?
I didn't like that difference. Because to your point, it's certain things you look forward to in the sense of how it was depicted, how it was drawn. So you want to see how they bring that to life, right? And like to your point earlier, you said like they have creative freedom, they like creative directives and choices. And that was just one of the ones where they feel like that would have been better, which was cool. But like I'm kind of thinking you just kind of get like a camera, I guess, like pointed up. You just see him like walking in the hallway, kind of like with like that deadpan, like no soul in his body kind of look,
Did you
So
feel
I
like
don't
it was
think they
too
did a
fast?
bad job of it,
I don't know
but
if you see
I
this,
feel
Joseph.
like
This was the panel. I don't know if you
yeah.
probably said. I should have showed it on
Oh,
my
that
screen.
was, bro. That is a crazy
Scoot your phone
difference,
over a little
bro.
bit, Donovan.
Huh?
Scoot your phone over the other way.
Which way?
Yeah, that way.
There you go. This was the
So
panel of
that's how I
like.
looked in the manga. So that's how I thought. So and they kind of had us in the POV of Nalia, right? So I thought it was
That's not
kind of gonna
even
be up a
close.
little
That
bit
is
at
exactly.
all,
Let me
right?
try to find
That's
it.
At
not
One
even
second.
all.
close.
So I thought we was gonna get something like that, and then they showed that panel, and then the next one you seen the close up of his face, right? And that's when you literally just see a look like a dead man walking, like no soul in his
Yeah,
eyes,
the
no
other one
nothing.
was more like the top one is the anime. It was more so like
Put it
close
over
up.
again, Donovan.
I remember that.
It was more so close up, and I felt like
Mhm.
I was actually. Did it seem like, especially you, Joseph? Did it seem like it went by kind of fast, kind of like the Toji panel and Maki panel? It went by super quick. Did you feel like that scene went by like of him just walking, go by pretty fast?
Yeah, it's for sure. Based on what you just showed me, they didn't even give us even a piece of what they were supposed to give us, bro.
Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's the big
That
debate. That's
panel
why,
looked
yeah,
fire.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm glad we got us three the dynamic, because people read the manga and you, because I want to know what you think about that and what you potentially may be missing out. And like Hendo said, it's strange. To me, it's strange because, like I said, they literally did like the Yuji Toto,
1-to-1.
Mahito panel look beautiful, and they still did their own little spin with it. I like the colors, I like everything. They did that 1-on-1, and the rest was critter atrocious. Like when they made Toto do a lat spread like All Might, he was gliding. Like I'm fine with them adding stuff like that, but they knew they need. Oh, I needed to add this panel because it's gonna cook, so I'm gonna put it on the screen. All I needed was one little bam, put it on the screen. Like that panel was like I said, that was some of the lot of Toji panels, like the Toji Maki, that Toji panel. They should have did that. That's all I feel about that. But another question I got for y'all for the fight. Oh, I was gonna say Hendo. Also, I think the Choso was a bad matchup. The fight between him and Naiwa, because he didn't know that Naiwa was a cursed womb, and
Yeah.
and you can say even if you like much stronger than other people, then it don't matter what you don't know. You still be the bottom. Like if Goji, I mean I said Goji, if Gojo or Toji or somebody was fighting Choso, they would still body him even without knowing that. But it was just that he had so much blood, when he's, and it's because he is cocky. When he stabbed him a couple times, he just left him alone.
He thought he was
and
gonna
he thought he
bleed
was gonna
out.
bleed out. So he didn't understand that
That's valid. That's a good point.
So I feel like before that he really like was no different him. Like he was no different him. And then because after that, that's when he did some of the giant pool of blood, and then it got on his leg. So it was. I feel like it was a part that he was cocky and he wanted to finish him up more, and he didn't know. So I feel like he still no different. But I was actually, I don't know if y'all remember in that scene, for that fight before Naru was like, I can punch her or whatever he said, blah blah blah, but I will use like a cursed weapon because it makes it like easier or whatever because I'm super fast. And I'm actually in this situation, if Naiwa had that knife or any cursed tool or cursed weapon when he was fighting Maki, do you think he would have bodied her if he had the ability to stab or cut her? Do you think he went in that fight if he pulled up with a weapon instead? Because he did, I remember, because he did punch her like 10,000 times. Like he was punching her hell of a time. So you think instead, if he was just stabbing, he would have won that fight?
I think it gives them a better chance. I mean, just logically speaking, but I still think she finna body him though. Yeah.
What you think?
I don't. Yeah, he definitely taking the L.
What you think, Hendo? You think that Naru would have won if he had a cursed weapon?
I don't think he wins because I feel like if he has a weapon, she doesn't allow herself to get hit
Yeah.
as much. Like because she
Good
knew
point.
she could tank his punches, and I guess to your point, I guess that's how she knew she was getting worse because like force equals mass times acceleration. So she's like, he like the faster he gets, like the stronger he'll be able to hit me. So that's why I guess she was saying that, which is valid. But it's like, yeah, I don't feel like she lets herself get hit that much with a knife because she knows she'll be successful like cuts and slashes and stuff like that. So
Interesting, yeah, because I don't know, I low key think he would have won. I ain't gonna lie, because I think Maki would have been more cautious to take damage. But say if Naya was serious and trying to just hurry up and body her, cause it still took a while to learn like, oh, he's doing this, so I feel like if he only for a stab, Maki's super strong, but she's still human, so
right,
she'll bleed out. So I think him just speed blitzing with a couple hits, he would have cooked her. But maybe Maki, I feel like at the most would have put on like a stalemate. She'll be like, oh, okay, so I'm getting stabbed. I'm gonna let him do one big swing and catch him and body him too. So, but yeah, I just want to ask that because I remember back when he was fighting Choso, he pulled out a weapon. But I was wondering if y'all thought he would body him. And the last thing I think of about the Maki, just in general, do y'all think that fight or all the scenes put together is like top 10, top 20 just scenes of fights in all of anime? So everything. So like the dojo. So the dojo, the slaughter of the squad, and then the Choso versus Naru fight. Because this episode, I don't know if it's still there. This episode was rated like a 9.8. This
Yeah.
episode, and of course, it just came out, so that stuff happens, and the ratings come down because the episode is rated. So it literally just came out. But that episode, everybody loved it. It was a 9.8, base at 9.9. I don't think they could do 10s, right?
The
Or do they
top
do 10s?
20.
But yeah, so or just in general, at least if
oh Tom,
somebody look, if somebody we would have pulled them to you like, man, like 2 years later, like in the future, like, man, you remember that Maki dojo scene in that episode, bro? That is like one of my favorite anime scenes of all time. Like, would you look at them crazy like that wasn't a good scene, or would you understand? Oh, okay, that scene was pretty good.
I don't know. Because I'm thinking about like, bro, we just did what greatest of all
Yeah, anime
time
all
list.
time.
I'm thinking about 6 shows right
Yeah,
now.
that could clear it. Okay,
At least 2 firefights, bro. At
okay,
least I don't think that's gonna break 20, bro.
okay.
I don't think that's gonna break 20.
I was asking because the animation was good to me, and like I said, the creative
It was
choices,
good. It
you don't really
was.
see nothing really probably similar to like that again. Oh, but I was actually again off that question. Do y'all think just in JJK then that's top 5 scenes, top 3 scenes, or top 10 scenes just in JJK?
I'll say that.
Wait, which one?
I'll
Top
give
10,
it
10
that.
or 10 or 10 or 5? Just 10?
Top 10 for sure.
How
Top
about
10 for sure.
how about 5 or 3? Can you just think off the top of your head 5 or 3 good moments
Yes.
or 5 scenes?
Gojo versus
Toji?
Volcano, whatever that nigga his
Volcano
name.
do? Okay, like that. Okay, Jogo.
Gojo and Toji. That's 2
Okay,
right
yeah.
there. Um,
Sukuna versus
um,
Maharaga, the big
Sukuna.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Sukuna versus Jogo, if you want to put that. Sukuna versus the fire dude again,
Facts.
Jogo.
you ain't mentioned Yuji and Toto versus
Mahito.
Mahito.
Okay.
Bro, see,
Like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
it
It's
ain't even
10.
top.
It's
I
not
don't
5
even know
though.
if it's top 5 in his own verse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see it on some people's list, maybe squeaking 5-4. But like I said, I could also this being some of people's favorites. Like I wouldn't be surprised if somebody say that this is my favorite scene or this is my favorite, because it's just off the. I think how people say like One Piece, like they always say like the longevity. Oh, that's why it's great. It's because he been doing it so long. And that creativity of that scene, I think, it just push it past a lot of things. It's just so creative. It wasn't just a one-on-one manga to anime. They added a different stuff. I feel like you can forever look at that and be like, that was crazy that they did this. She sliding on the blood. How they did the black. Like, when do you ever see like something like black and white scenes real quick in it that's done that
Black and white
good?
scene was fire.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying you don't really see a lot of it. It was just really good. So I wouldn't knock people if they had this they top 3 or top 5, even of all time. But
Oh, whoa.
I I wouldn't be surprised
I'm knocking them. I want to
if
make that
look
very clear.
if they love Maki And like
That's
said it,
crazy,
it said
fool.
like
She has to be
Yeah,
your
it's
favorite
crazy.
character
that's what I'm
ever.
saying. Yeah. So say they said that Maki their favorite character in JJK, or that's like their most favorite character, or yeah, that's their favorite character. Then, because some people look at different things. Like you said, I was arguing with somebody earlier about One Piece. Go follow us on Instagram about that. And we was going back and forth about like, we basically came to the conclusion that he just like different things. That's what we love One Piece thing. That's a go. I just like different things. That's what I think Naruto's a go. So I think it's kind of similar to that they maybe look, I don't know, for something different in like a scene. And also a lot of people say like the best scenes is just like a fight. And if it's just like a regular fight, it's not that impactful unless it's like stakes at hand or a really good story with the fight. So I think that also propels that scene because her sister just sacrificed herself. She had to body her dad, but her clan hated her whole life and just thought she was just dirt trash, and she just bodied them in one evening. So I feel like the story really propels it too. But that's it with JJK Fire episode. Looking forward to more. Like, this is very promising. The Culling Games is going to be amazing. It's one fight. That I'm thinking about with Hakari. I don't know if they'll get it to the scene, but that I think
Yeah, they should.
would be oh my
They should.
goodness. I can't
Yeah.
wait till you get that, Joe. So you, like I said, you will. That's why I'm just so hyped and big about this episode and scene, because there's so much like this. Not even like, if I say all the JJK manga, yeah, this is nowhere near like top 10 to me, because so much more scenes that's in there. Like, it's probably like, it's like, because like the Culling Games got a couple fights, the end team got a couple fights. But that's it with JJK. We can talk about this Fire episode. Can't wait to next week or where they go with this, or who point of view they show. That's what I'm into. I want to know who point of view they show now.
Absolutely.
If they go to Megami and Yuji, or if they go to Yuta. So
Utah. I want to see what Utah on,
yeah,
bro. That's gonna
oh
be
yeah.
fire.
You gonna want to see that. You gonna want to see
Oh
Mhm.
that.
yeah,
Look, this is
I
gonna
already
put it. I don't know
know.
if you know, like a lot of people like to slander but on YouTube call him like a fake demon or whatever, and some people love him. So this anime, this where
I
they show
love
him,
them.
this is gonna be really big for the YouTube fans when they show, and if they make
Come
him
on,
look
man.
way stronger, just like they were Maki, this will feed the YouTube fans for generations. This scene's about to come up. But that was fire, and we got a
Mhm.
lot of good anime. Don't get twisted. So stay tuned. We got Fate came out. Like I said, Fate was fire. Hell's Paradise, Fire Force. Have y'all, Joseph? I mean, yeah. Have you caught up? Well, did you watch the last season of Fire Force yet? No, huh?
Nah, I'm not caught away
Okay,
up
Hendo,
yet, bro.
have you caught up with Fire Force? We didn't talk about the previous episodes, huh? Because you didn't watch it yet. Okay, so just right quick, I'm
Mm-mm.
asking about how you think about. Well, I don't really. Well, I guess try to do with no spoilers. I just want Joseph to know it. But how did you feel about, just in total? What is it? 3 episodes? How you feel about like the 3 episodes Fire Force has put out as a whole? Like, would you rate like the series so far? If you had to rate it with 3 episodes as a whole?
Serious, I give it like an 8, bro. Like,
Okay.
like we had a couple of hell, we got like one little fight going on in there, but like, I really like how we're getting, like, they're laying a lot of the groundwork for the foundation that's gonna be built upon later within the season, right? So like we're getting a lot of the flashbacks so we can kind of have that contextualization and like that insight for why certain characters move how they move later.
Yeah.
While we may be like, whoa, why did they change this?
Yeah.
Like, why did they change how they feel? Why this? Why that?
Yeah.
I'd rather get all this. I don't want to say out the way, but like I'd rather know all this now. So when we start turning up, we don't got to get into
It's
this.
gonna be
We
all
already know
gas.
what's up. We already know what the deal is. We already know we finna get into it. We finna get active. So like I kind of like how they doing it so far. So like naturally, it's very quote unquote Freeman esque in the sense of you got to set all the players in place, bro. And once everything's set in place and we ready to get lit, we ready to get rocking and rolling, then we can do that. You know what I mean? So like I've been enjoying it though. I've been enjoying it, especially because I mean manga ended like 2-3 years ago. So like
Yeah.
I read these
It's been a
2-3 years
while.
ago.
Yep.
So like it's kind of like dang, like this was one of my favorite manga when it was coming out, bro. So like it's kind of a nice little throwback too. So yeah.
I was gonna ask you a couple questions. How did you feel about the Benimaru fight?
I was a very big fan, very big fan. I like their dynamic. Him and
His
who he
opponent?
had who he
Yeah.
had the whatchamacallit with, you know what I'm saying? I like how it ended. I like how it concluded. I feel like that also shows us a peek into the character progression of Benny Morrow, right? And the interactions that he has. Cause like although he's like so cold, so this, so that, right? He still has his emotional support. He still has his pillars, and I like how they showcase that because that's real. 'Cause that's people in real life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, I thought that was pretty dope. I like how they showed the relationship that he has, like with his unit, with his house, and then even in the next episode, I like how they showed like the how we was moving in that episode and why they were there, right? And like why he starts to move the way he does too, right? Like, oh, like he's a hero, blah blah blah. I forgot, bro was even portrayed as that. If I'm being honest,
Yeah, about the
completely
stuff. I don't
forgot.
remember that.
I
Yeah,
was like, what the what? You know, and I also forgot because of the Adola or whatever, right? That's like the second iteration. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
forgot we are like the first iteration. You know what I'm saying? So I was
exactly,
like, bro, like
exactly.
those gonna all make sense when you start watching it, right?
Yeah,
But I'm just like, bro, like they back really kind of crazy for
yeah.
real. Like I forgot they was really going that deep with it. So I'm kind of excited to kind of get ingrained back into the series again. Kind of like, man, like because Fire Force is coming out, bro. Oh my goodness. Fire Force is up there, bro.
Lot of
So like
yes.
I'm excited to see the conclusion of it. I forgot how deep the plot got as we progress further into the story. So I can't wait for like more episodes to drop.
Yeah, this episode was good to me, and like you said, I can't wait. Just like I said about JJK and Maki, where it's showing me good flashes of what's to come and how good they're gonna do with future fights. This got me excited for one fight in particular. You already know, with my favorite side character, all time
It's
Arthur.
coming up, bro.
I've been
It's
hyped for
coming
that.
up, bro.
So this Benomaru fight, which yeah, the fight in the manga wasn't really nothing. I think it was pretty quick, but I was excited to see like the animation, because Firefox been gone for a minute, so I was excited to see that the animation still up there. They can still do it, and the
Mm-hmm.
fights was pretty good from this show, and I was so you was fine with the most recent episode? So you liked it, like
Yeah,
because
I
what
did.
they went out to do? Cause I was just saying, cause you know how JJK had like an expedition or whatever episode,
Mm-hmm.
and this was kind of the same thing, and I was surprised it was rated pretty solid too online. Cause I thought people would be, man, oh, where the fight at? Where's and it's just a whole episode of letting us know with the lore and stuff.
Mm-mm.
So, but
Exactly. Like
yeah,
that's different when you do it in this format though, as
mhm.
opposed to you want me to read a freaking PowerPoint. Like I'm not here for that, dog. If I want to read, I can pick up a
Yeah.
book or something. You feel me? Like, no.
The last thing, real quick, I don't know if you noticed when you were like about to watch the episode on Crunchyroll. Did you see like the picture that they had for the episode?
Yeah, I did. That's why I thought we was finna. That's why I thought. And then
I was
like the
so
title for the
mad.
third episode is Birth,
I was
right?
mad as shit,
That's what I thought
bro.
we was finna. Yeah,
Bro,
I said,
bro,
"Dang,
I
we
was
getting
hyped. I was so
I was
hyped,
duped.
bro.
They played y'all.
Joe,
watch
so
it."
yeah,
No, they played him
bro,
for sure,
yes.
for
Cause
sure.
Arthur's my favorite character.
For
Well, my
sure.
favorite character in Fire for sure. You know me, I love side characters. I don't know why. I love the little side dual antagonist. But he has a fight coming up, and they show like one of the best panels from that fight
No cap.
as like the
No
picture
cap.
for the episode. I was like, oh my gosh, are we getting it this episode? So I ain't gonna lie. So I made at first I thought negatively of this episode because the whole time I'm waiting, I'm not watching it. I'm like, okay, we got about 10 minutes left. Where's the fight at? Okay, we got 5 minutes left, and they're not gonna show it. I was literally waiting. So they was I don't know why they did that. They literally was did that for
That's how
clickbait.
they got you,
That
bro.
was
That's how
jacked
they
up,
got
bro.
you.
Cause
Got
I was
you, bro.
confused too. Yeah, I didn't think I was like, dang, is he getting his fight already? So
I was very confused, for being honest.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was solid. So far, yeah, I give it like an 8. Series is pretty good. We get 5 results the way. Did y'all watch To Be Sentenced as a Hero or Sentenced as a Hero? Joseph, did you watch it?
Yep.
What you think about that, man? I'm going to let you go first. Episode 3, I believe. What you think about that one?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was episode 3. Uh, um, I might need somebody to help jog my memory on it, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Basically, last thing
I
you
was
left
kind
off,
of
they was in a cave, right? You remember, like they was stuck in a cave, and so they basically fight
yeah.
like the big bad demon, and basically, I don't even remember.
The
Like
last episode they didn't fight. That was the second
they was
episode. They
running.
fought the demon.
The end of the
it
second
was another
episode,
demon.
they had the workers still in the cave, right? And they was like, "Are we gonna abandon them, or are we gonna like try to go get
Do
them?"
you remember?
And the priest, yeah, okay, got you for
And
sure.
the enemies they was mainly fighting was like little caterpillars. Like when I don't know what they was. Like
Yeah,
little
that's a
centipedes. I
good.
think that's
Yeah,
what they actually called, right? Yeah, centipedes or caterpillars type thing. And they fought like a big bad, like the flower thing with the eye or whatever. So you
and
remember
they
that?
had like
Oh,
the screeching
okay. Yeah,
sound,
with the
kind of cooking
screeching. Yeah, you remember
everybody.
that? Okay, yeah. So go ahead. How you feel about that episode? What you think about it?
I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was just as hype as the other episodes that I've seen,
Yeah.
as far as fights wise, but you do get to see the other heroes come in and squabble a little bit, see what they can do and stuff like that. I think it was cool. That was cool.
So you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
See, it was okay. I'd say like a 7.9 or
Yeah.
8, somewhere
Okay.
right there.
I
Yeah.
like
That.
that
It was
range.
pretty
Yeah. That's still
solid,
good.
bro.
So get. So you
It was
think.
a solid episode.
So this show is kind of getting scrutiny. Well, for some people, because some people wishing it, wishing the downfall in the show. So you think it's still keeping it with like beautiful animation, like a good story. Like it has you basically still entertained and ready to watch it like a new episode. You think it's
I
still
think
doing
what
like
was
good job?
missing was a continuation of the story.
Yeah.
The fight was there. Obviously, they made sure the fight is there. That's not the well, I guess what people are talking about. But I
Yeah.
think making sure they continue that story that they left off on when they was explaining what a hero is, and
Yeah.
everybody was shocked and all of this other stuff. Like keep diving back into his backstory so we can see what was going on, and like how the shows do, bro.
Yeah.
They go into the backstory, they relate it to what's going on now
Yeah.
and all this other stuff.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel
so
that. Yeah. I really. It's just that maybe people wants to also like get ready to, even though it's only the third episode, people maybe want to get started on his revenge tour, or whatever. Can you remember he said in the flashback, "Oh, I'm gonna give my revenge on all of y'all." So he haven't,
mhm.
So he haven't, Now I think about it, they kind of fearing way how they kind of doing like some random side quests, types, like random side missions. So I think it's fine for now, but if they go on like another random mission, I'll probably be like, yo, can we get to like some, or at least like they don't got to get to it immediately. Him trying to go do it, like at least like allude to
Start
it,
But
or
just
planning.
give
give
us
me
a
some,
little
yeah,
something.
of the revenge, because that's still his main thing. He wanted to spin the block and find out, because we don't know. It's so much. That's what I'm saying. There's so much going on. We don't know why the church is doing that, and we don't know why. If they could bring back people, yes, they'll get mad as if they get bodied. But why do you bring back like the regular soldiers? Like, because that would be OP if all your regular knights could be brought back over and over again. And of course, like I said, when you get bodied, you lose your memory, but that's better than just dying. So I'm wondering why, because the reason it's bad for heroes, kind of, they kind of alluded to it, like they will like kind of like torture them or whatever till they die, and they can literally like keep doing that to them. I think they got bad consequences like that when they fail the mission. They get tortured or whatever, the heroes. So I think that's why it's kind of bad for them too, also. So I was just, I'm curious to like why they don't like do it to their regular nights, and why the church is doing what they're doing and stuff like that. And I don't know like who's the actual like biggest baddest demon king out. But Hendo, how you feel about
But
Mm.
episode
like,
3?
I guess to your point, what you was just saying though, you gotta think about it. Like, let's say from like a religious perspective,
Yep.
right? Like they have like they church, they believe in like goddesses, they're like blah blah
Okay.
blah blah blah, right? Whenever I die, I'm going to heaven. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Well, Lord willing, obviously. But like I can't do that if my soul keeps forcibly being brought back to earth and I'm doing that for all of eternity. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you're right.
saying?
You're right.
So like I can't think of something honestly worse than like that's why you're sentenced to be a hero. Like you're literally going to be working for the empire for all of eternity or whatever. So like that's why I feel like it's honorable to die a quote unquote honorable death in battle and honor and go to Valhalla, whatever they want to say,
Mhm.
as opposed to like you don't get that sense of freedom or release. Like you're forcibly keep getting brought back to fight. Like imagine like bro, I think his name was it Tatsia? Whatever, like the
I know
one
I'm
who
bad with the
don't
name.
have like a
I need some.
brain,
Yeah, who
like
just be
you know
swinging
what
his
I
axe.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like bro, just imagine how long he has to have been fighting for him to get to that point though. Like it could have been hundreds of years at this point because we don't really know how long they've been fighting them.
Yep.
So like I feel like that's why they don't want to do that.
That makes sense. I didn't
Um
think about that. You're right. There is a religious
mhm,
group at the end of the day that seems like running. You right.
mhm. As far as the episode, I think the episode was cool, bro. Uh I liked how we showed other people some love this episode. Like shout out Tatya, right? Low key, he was going crazy. He was a vanguard, right? Shout out to the
To the
king. You know
king.
what I'm saying?
Go.
He MVP of the episode. I was like, dang, I
Facts.
didn't think I was gonna mess with bro
King
like
went
that for
crazy.
real. But like he showed up. He real when he wanted to take care of it. Bro, he don't even know them people for real. And that's really the crazy part. Like they be trying to say all this stuff, talking down about heroes, like they criminals this, they criminals that. But I really, really, really like how the end of the episode, after they saved them, they was like, bro, I don't give a rat's, you know what, about what they say about y'all. Y'all saved our lives. Y'all the ones that came back and was willing to die for us. One of y'all actually did die.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like lost your leg for us. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all always gonna be good in my book. Y'all will always be valid. We rock with y'all. We appreciate y'all, and I'm glad they kind of showed that. Cause I'm like, bro, there's love. Like y'all saying they sentenced to be a hero, they do all these bad things, but I'm like, bro, look at what they're doing though. Like y'all, they're saving people's lives that y'all would have literally abandoned and just let die.
exactly.
You know, and so
Yep.
I'm like, I really like, I rock with the direction of where we're going. Like, granted, they got a couple episodes from like, all right
Side
now.
quest,
When
yeah,
we get our get back now.
Yeah,
Like when
facts.
we at
Yeah.
least let me see some seeds get planted. Something
yep.
as opposed to you just being a lapdog for the Empire. And I know you can get punished the whole 9 yards. But like, come on, bro. Like what we doing? Feel me? But like I like how but this is what you need though. Like we're getting emotionally attached, like to
Connections,
the
yeah,
characters. You're starting to care about them more, right? We probably could care less about King before this episode 3 aired. Now episode 3 aired, we see bro come back. You like, big bro was good. You know what I'm saying? So like, I understand we need these connections. I'm glad we're getting them. But I just do want us to take a direction of the overarching plot somewhere within the next 4 to 5ish episodes. At least so we know what we're still here for,
yep.
right? As opposed to just doing all these, to your point, random missions for the Empire.
Yeah, to your point about the connections, it will make us feel the fear of them losing their memories if next episode King come back and remember
He
some
different.
things or he
Come
worries
on, bro.
because they haven't showed us yet. So I thought about that. That would also be because I ain't gonna lie, I low-key forgot they could low-key come back to life for a second. I was like, oh my gosh, he got body,
Mhm.
and I didn't expect it to be so gruesome when they showed him actually cutting off his own leg. I didn't think they was gonna show that.
Mm-hmm.
That was really
That was
I was
surprising.
crazy.
like,
And
good.
so the whole time I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he's gone. But then he was like, oh yeah, make sure they do something good for him or give him a new leg when he come back. So yeah, I can't wait to see firsthand how we just seen. Of course, he wasn't normal. He literally thinks he a king, but that's our normal that we think for him. But that he'll change for that. That he'll go be worse somehow. So I'm interested to see
Mm-hmm.
if they do that or it takes a couple more times getting body before it really sits in. And so yeah, like you said, it don't have to be him starting on his revenge path automatically. Just show me some. It's a lot of questions they go into. Show me another goddess. Like I said, I want to see if they all got different powers or they all fire. Do they all summon weapons? Like, is it different abilities with each goddess? And show me back to the hero thing. How like we see this group is really like more or less some good guys. I want to know because mostly it sounds like you get sentenced as a hero if you like the worst criminal ever. So I want to see
Right.
Mhm.
if the heroes get a bad name because the worst. Imagine like the worst criminal ever getting put to what's the name. He gonna still be an asshole. That's gonna make her even more upset.
Facts.
He's not gonna care about saving people even if they force him to. He go do
Yeah.
the bare minimum he can to not get tortured or whatever. So I want him to also show just a shitty hero group that's actually like bad guys that's actually criminals that sentenced that got sentenced because that make more sense why everybody think like oh my god it's correct now like you it'll make sense that they all think like that they hate on the heroes if they literally
They
going out
terrible.
and saving them. They saving them literally. They literally saved their lives
Come
multiple
on,
times.
bro.
So I can't wait to see that. This is a lot of things they can show. They can start leading to. But the episode, yeah, it was good. 8 is keeping up his train of impressive people, and I don't think I will ever drop this anime
Facts.
because it's very good. So
Facts.
to be said that history was fine. Excuse me. So we did Fire Force, Hero, um, and my favorite. I want to get talk about it.
My
Did
favorite. We
y'all
ain't
watch
talking about
Fate?
fate, bro.
Justin, did you catch up to Fate?
Nah, I didn't.
I ain't gonna lie, this gonna have to be some spoilers.
That
I
mother
I got
crazy.
I gotta talk to him about it. This gonna have to be some spoilers.
Go ahead. Go
Hendo.
ahead.
So the
Before
Maki
you start,
episode.
before you
Yeah,
start,
go
before you
ahead.
start. I ain't gonna lie, you kind of gassed episode 3 a little bit. Kind of gassed
You
it.
didn't really
Kind of
like it that
gassed it.
much, really? That's
It
crazy.
was cool.
I
It was
loved
cool.
it.
It was cool. I really did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. But what you were saying,
Bro, I loved that
brother,
show.
you made you made something you bet it's like bread. You know what I'm
Ew,
saying?
bro.
Like but the thing was, we kind of had a little bit of foreshadowing with that when Saber pulled up. If you remember, they said just for context, right? For y'all watching. So the point of the show is the Holy Grail War. right? So they summon all of these servants, right, to participate in the Holy Grail War. But like they're saying it's something weird, there's something off about it, right? And so at the end of the third episode, that's when we basically come to find out, yeah, the first six servants that we summon, they aren't participants of the real Holy Grail War. They were just a catalyst we're going to use to bring the actual servants here from the Holy Grail War, who are basically going to kind of be like on steroids. They're not going to be typical regular daily servants, right? Which was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like we thought because mind you, some of the servants that we've seen already are some of the craziest servants ever. One of them is Gilgamesh, right? King of Kings, hero of heroes, or whatever, right? So that's literally probably the strongest servant that we realistically know, right? So when you said he's just a right,
Yeah.
so you saying that's just one of the catalysts, you like what? So with that being said, they already said Saber wasn't included in the original servants or heroes, yet we seen the Saber get summoned, right? So I'm like, that's suspicious
Yeah.
because they already said we can't have a Saber. Then they thought it was gonna be King Arthur, but we just found out in the last episode it's I forgot the first name, but I know his last name is Lionheart,
Is it Charles? Was it
right?
Charles? No, James. Was
I'll start with
James?
an
James is
R.
Charles? James? Oh, I don't know. But
Me neither. But like he said, his last name was Lionheart, right? So that's like another like king or whatever, right? But the name Lionheart rings a bell though. So I'm like, oh snap, like because once you start knowing their true names and stuff, that's when you know their weaknesses. Because if you know somebody's true name, then you know how they died. Richard, there you go. Richard, like it's Richard something, but he was like, oh, maybe you better know me as like Lionheart or whatever.
Lionheart.
And so so I was like, okay, cool. We get into it. I enjoyed last episode, right? Because once again, I'm used to seeing quote unquote regular servants. These servants that Des pulled up in his last episode, they already said one of them moving kind of crazy. He literally called Gilgamesh. He said, "Hey, this all you got?" I said, he talking kind of crazy right now. Like nobody talks to Gilgamesh like that, dog. Nobody even wants smoke with Gilgamesh like that, dog. Because they already know how it's gonna end for him, bro. So when I'm seeing him talk like this, I said, oh, he must have something crazy in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Then they got old girl pull up. She trying to fight, bro. I said, and she know who he was. I said, oh, she got something crazy too because she wants smoke with her. And I'm like, nah, like, so I'm excited to see where we're going. You know what I'm saying? Like, as of now, this has overtaken Sentence to Be a Hero as the favorite anime for the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I may have not like resonated with the end of episode 3 as much, now we're starting to see like not the repercussions, but like we're really starting to get active for real. We're starting to see everything start to intertwine. We're starting to get true names revealed. We're starting to see more of the government in the sense of because they don't want to orchestrate it. Like, why are they orchestrating it? Why do they want to do this? Like, nah, we starting to get some heat, bro. Like, I'm rocking with. I think they come out. Oh, is it Fridays?
I think Saturdays. I think either Friday.
Like,
I don't know.
man,
Fridays, Saturdays.
all I know is I be checking Crunchyroll every day, trying to see when the next episode.
Yeah, and just like you said, it was just similar to the first fight Gilgamesh did in the prologue. It was more like a teaser. It wasn't. They didn't really because they was about to unleash their ultimate moves. He was like, "Oh, he forgot." Then like a fourth dude pulled up, and then put an illusion. So they was about to pop their ults, and he was like, "Yo, chill out." So they didn't even really get to it. But and like I said, I kind of, like you said, they was dropping hints when it was talking about, oh, like we were supposed to have a saber, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't expect it to be like 7 more heroes. I'm not gonna lie. Because this has happened, like not the same thing, but like more than the usual 7 has happened. I think I watched one of them. I think it's called Fate Grand Order, but it usually don't happen, So it was such a small size sample that I was still surprised. I'm like, dude, it's about to really have 7 more. And it's more different because the one I watched, it was already like a lot of servants from the jump already. Like it was already a lot of servants from the jump. But this one's more like a surprise. So I'm excited to see like how everyone, because not only a few select people know that is going to be. Everybody else think they in a real one. It's only a few. The government and they masters is only people that know that it's supposed to be 7 more. So I want to know, is they gonna have 7 more? Like, is it gonna be 7 more government people or random people? How is the fake masters and servers going to deal with that? Can they still technically compete for the actual Holy Grail? I'm just excited to see that. But I was more wanted to see, how did you feel about the fight with the vampire and the priest? And when the vampire fought all the people in the police station, how did you feel about that fight?
Elite.
That
was
more what I was talking
fire,
about.
bro.
That was more so what I was talking about.
Bro, that was like, because when I'm watching it, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I knew they was cooked when they tried to do the whole recreate the noble phantasms. I'm like,
He's
bro,
trying to hype him up with that speech
y'all
last
like humans,
episode.
bro.
He's trying to hype him up. I was like, that the speech was live, but
You can't fool me, buddy. Like I've seen this one too many times before, pal.
yeah,
You're trying to recreate, like, you can recreate something that somebody else used, but bro, you're
yeah,
not him, buddy. You're not her.
yeah,
Like, you can use somebody else blick all you want. You not John Wick, bro. You can hand me a Glock, and I'm
exactly,
not gonna be John Wick with the stick. It's the same exact concept, bro. So I'm like, it's a good idea in theory, but the weapon itself isn't what makes them them. It's the person who wields them. So
exactly.
like when I seen all them getting fodderized, bro, I'm like, yeah, bro, we not surprised, bro. Now I was surprised when, first of all, vampire crazy. I'm like, oh, I'm
Crazy.
here.
Hold on, wait, sorry. I just wanted you to start from the beginning though, because I forgot to remember the assassin pulled up on the police officers first. So how do you feel about that first? The assassin put up on the police officers. How do you feel about that first? Because
I was kind of confused because I'm like, bro, are you just trying to go around out here just killing everybody, bro? Like, because first of all, she thought she killed a master, right? So it's like, oh, so since you killed your master, you just want to go around here just killing everybody else?
Yeah.
Like, because even if we go back to last episode, bro, she tried to kill a little girl before Richard pulled up. So I'm like, dog, what type of time are you on? Like, chill, bro. Chill. Nobody can tell you to do nothing, dog.
I think it showed. I remember it was showing hints of why she's kind of doing. I don't think it fully explained it, but I think her order is like they are against mages, maybe, or they hate mages. Can you remember when she put up on the girl? She asked her like, "Are you participating in that?" I think she was asking so she could buy her. I don't know if it's just mages in general, because I have to watch the monologue, because I think the vampire monologued about her somebody. Or no, I think it was Richard that was saying like,
I think he was the Holy Grail itself.
Yeah, I think it was Richard. He was like, "You're like a part of that order," and she was like,
yeah.
So I forgot specific, but I think she just her order, that when the time she was in, I think they hate the Holy Grail or they just hate mages, and she's just trying to go by the mages. But sorry, going but continue, because then after that, she fought the police officers. Then a vampire pulled up.
That's what I'm like. She doing a great job because, bro, she tweaking, bro. She's trying to kill everybody, and I'm like, take a chill pill, dog. So she tried to kill old girl. Then Richard stepped in. I was like, oh, Richard kind of freaky. He got a bag on him, right? So now she pull up on the officers, the cadets and stuff. Mind you, this is like a 30v1, 35v1, and she don't care. She getting busy, putting in work. She taking them down one by one, and I'm like, dang, they're cooked. Cause it's like, bro, like y'all not equipped to fight an actual servant, bro. It don't matter what type of, if y'all can use their weapons all y'all want. Y'all are regular humans,
exactly,
right? Then that's when a vampire pull up. Vampire pull up like, oh, you thought you killed me?
Oh, white feet.
You're funny. And she like, how is this possible? I know I killed you. He said, oh, you did, but I'm a vampire, buddy. I said, oh, I didn't even know they had those in here. So now she's even more mad. You know what I'm saying? She like, I'm gonna kill you again, make sure you dead. He was like, dip. I was like, dang. Okay. So now Vampire finna fight them, bro. Vampire is fodderizing them. They can't even touch them. Looks like Gojo and freaking JJK. You know how Infinity don't let people touch you, bro? Imagine that. No, literally Pain. Almighty push, but it's like the stuff, it's just all around them at all times, bro. Nothing can get within 5 feet of them, bro.
That's pressure.
All they noble fit, all they crazy,
then he cut that
cracked out weapons, bro. So I'm like, bro, like, what kind of time he on. I'm like, dang. He was like, it's just a bad matchup. He wasn't lying. Then the priest pull up. I said, what the
He said,
priest finna do,
you
buddy?
remember he threw the coffee?
You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, hey, bro, none of y'all can touch me. He said, this coffee just landed on you. I said, hey, that's disrespectful.
Disrespectful,
And he was like, man, you know that, and then did it again. I said, oh, he doubled back. He gotta go crazy. He's like, all right, bro, now I gotta smoke you out. Now I gotta kill you. Then we started going back and forth, bro. I said,
bro,
he could have killed all the people in there.
bro, the first scene when he first pulled up on him, he was talking to the vampire throughout all this fighting to Joseph. The vampire's like talking trash to the people that's trying to jump
All
him.
of
So
them.
the vampire is very talking, he talking trash. The priest, we seen him before, and like he was there with like one of the head police officers, but I just thought he was like just a regular priest.
Just a bum, bro.
And when he threw the coffee, I thought he was just like going to get back up, or like the vampire was going to leave for some reason. So the first scene we see, I think the vampire's talking, and like he speed blitzed them, and you all of a sudden see his fist in the vampire face, and you punch it through the wall. Go ahead and continue. You know?
And I was like, because mind you, bro, the people who was getting bodied by the vampire and the other girl, they all was trying to press bro. And mind you, it's like 30v1, but they try, and he looking like, are you sure you want to make enemies of the church before you do this?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they like, man, we not scared of y'all. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to exchange info, but we don't have to.
Yep.
After bro, they could not do nothing to that vampire, dog. And Priest got busy with him. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm talking about he hit back and forth, dog. I'm like, hey, yo, why look like he low-key win too? I'm like, and then halfway through the fight, vampire said, hey, dog, where the cameras at, bro? I'm getting pranked. You not no regular priest, bro. Like, you must be like an exorcist or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Like, no, you must be a part of this group. Then he closed his eyes, head down. He said, hey, bro, don't you ever disrespect me like that again. Like, they the cream of the crop. They so elite. I can't even imagine ever being compared to them.
That's crazy.
Compared to them. Don't you? I've said. This is, mind you, he's been trying to rage bait him this entire fight.
And he wasn't going.
The only time he showed a lick of actual rage is when he tried to compare him. And so then he really was finna kill him, but the sun came out. And I was like, bro, what kind of time is this? Like even the last face I didn't watch, did they have mages and stuff? Yeah, they did. But like none of them was moving like this, dog. Like no body easily, bro. Like they had their servants doing all the work. You know what I'm saying?
Which, Joseph, is supposed to happen because the servants are basically like demigods. So that's why we saying so crazy about this, because regular people not supposed to be able to box with demigods like this. We seen one person, I don't remember Hendo, or if you watched that fade, there was a priest also in the original one, and he is a part of that order that he was glazing. I don't even remember, like he was able to hang with the some of the servants, and I don't remember, like they have like a famous scene where he was 1v1 and this other dude that had a gun, like it was like a super cool scene. I don't even remember that. So yeah, that dude, remember in the other face, he was a part of that order. So that was the people who talking about. It's rare we, besides him and now, we haven't seen really nobody mages by their own power be able to just be able to hang with servants or be that strong. Yeah.
Man, hey, Faye going crazy right now, bro.
It was good.
Going triple platinum.
Like all the scenes was like, it was like, I like the way when it was tossing the cars, the sound effects, bro, and beautiful. When he jumped up and Superman kicked him, I don't know if it was like a boom sound effect. He flew, like every sound effect is cool. The fire, bro. Joseph, so it's a priest, right? This priest, he literally like punched him inside of a building or whatever. He literally have a chainsaw in his leg, and he rolled up the side of a building with a leg chainsaw. He cranked it.
That's crazy.
Like a motorcycle. Imagine a motorcycle going up the side of a building, but it's his leg and his chainsaw.
One leg, chainsaw with the leg. It was so live. And
I'm watching in amazement.
And look, even these people so strong, I'm saying they can maybe hang with servants, but even they were saying through what's in it, even the vampire itself, they know they can't hang with servants though. So it's just showing us. So these regular mages that's stronger than ordinary mages still can't hang with the even the most basic service. That's why we're so excited because they really know service hadn't really fought yet. And if this fight was already made, like it was like some like I said, the king, the chainsaw at the end when the vampire flipped away and he tried to punch his arm, but it was too short. And then he flipped the you know, it was just
like a little nuke or something. Like I didn't know what it was. Bro.
I just didn't expect the priest because like I said, I forgot that the priest from the original series was cold too, but. Like I said, he's a special, what's the name? Because like I said, first you got to be executioner. So you got to be good enough to hit that level. And then you got to be able to be in that secret order. So I was not thinking that that priest was going to be able to squabble like that, bro. Yeah. So Fate, like I said, Joseph, you got to watch, bro. It's peak. The story go keep getting better. Animation, the fights, and it haven't really getting no big major plot turning or like crazy fight yet. Like it's, bro. So it's way better to come. It's just, I love Fate. But, so what else next? Oh yeah, Joseph, I'm gonna let you start off with this one. Since you the spokesperson of this anime, you are the head of this group.
Is crazy.
How did you feel about Hell's Paradise new episode? Is it back? Because I remember last episode you were saying it was good, but it's not really as you remembered it from the first season, like that it was top one to you. So is it getting back into form with this episode of Hell's Paradise?
Yes. Yes, it's coming back. Is it better than the other shows that we're watching right now? No, it's not.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. But if y'all do remember when so Gabi Maru's training, right? Basically training, essentially. And he had all of them basically squabbling him at one time.
Yep.
And none of them get a hand on him. He's figuring out how to use what's it? Tao?
Tao. It's Tao. Yeah, it's Tao. You said Tao.
Yeah, and he's starting to understand that Tao is the only way to really get to that level of what the
Lord.
Would they be considered gods or something? Would they be considered?
I would say more demigods, I guess. Yeah, but to humans, gods. Yeah, you could say basically, it's gods to the humans. Yeah, to regular people, they're gods. Yeah, yeah. Because I don't remember Hendo. Because I know you read it. Yeah, it was what? So Gabi Maru got his memory back, and he did a little training with the group. And then, oh boy, I forgot the Bakugo dude name. We went to the other brother point of view. And you know, he was fighting one of like the cold. I think that's the coldest Lord Tenzin. The dude, I don't even remember, like he wore purple. I think that's the coldest one. So he got bodied by him. And then they did the they was expanding some good lore about what's going on, why they doing it on the island, and like who created them and all that stuff. And then they did I forgot what they actually called a ritual, but they basically laid together.
Talking about the sex ritual?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called because it combines that Tao. Yeah, so I like how they showing. I like how they like going about like the sexual scenes and stuff like that. Cause I didn't feel like weirded out or like, bro, like what am I watching and stuff like that.
Thanks.
Because they was explaining it, and the Bakugo dude was going his point of view, and at first like he was really not trying to do it, but he was like, his whole character is about adapting. So he was like, just with this experience, I'm gonna just adapt and take what I need and become stronger from it. So I like I said, never in the scene when they show all the sexual things, I was never creeped out. So I think really Hell's Paradise do really well by showcasing that, and they're not doing it for pleasure. They're doing it, you know, to get their Tao stronger and blah 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 blah. But I like you said, I like how Gabi Maru learning Tao, because he's doing it his way. Is I think he's using the environment Tao to fight against the Lord Tenzin, because he know if he just trying to use his own Tao, but the Lord Tenzin got way more Tao than him, and they've been living for years, so their own is way better. So that was really all about the episode. You didn't watch it, right, Hendo? Yeah, so that's all it was. But what did you rate it, Joseph? This episode?
It's an 8.
8. Okay.
8.
Okay. Yeah, I give it like an 8 and 9. Yeah, it's definitely returning to form. Though, like I said, I really like what's going on. The little small fight, them showing, like, I'm just glad, like y'all said about the memory thing, about the GOAT Gabi Maru is back. And I didn't ask you, Joseph, about this. I don't know if I did, but do you think that his wife is actually real? Like, do you think she actually real? Do you think she actually a memory? I mean, just fake? Like, do you think that his clan put the memories inside his head so he could be like a better ninja? What do you think about that? If his wife is real or not?
I never even thought about that question.
Because you remember, like,
I think.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
All I was gonna say is, since you asked me that brings up a good question. Like you said, did they create that so that he has something to fight
Fight
for?
for it, and he can be a better assassin. So that could be the thing,
Exactly.
yeah. But can you remember? Oh,
And
girl,
what
brought
if
that
it's
up.
like a real quick, what
Yeah,
if
go
it's
ahead.
like the what's the name of that show? Finland Saga, right?
Yeah,
What if it's like the Vinland Saga moment where he's building himself up to become as strong as he needs to be, and then what if he gets everything that he needs, and at the end,
just breaks
it's just
apart.
him,
Oh,
bro. It's just him.
that would be good.
Oh, that would be
Can you
crazy.
remember, like I said, like the other ninja girl was saying, like, are you sure she's even after he got his memory back? But she was like, are you sure
You
that
sure
she's
she
real?
real?
She was like, are you sure you're real,
Hmm.
or do you, or did your clan imprint them memories into you so you can become a better ninja? Because I think
Hmm.
so. Like I said, so I'm actually. So what do you think, if she's real or not? Like, do you think she's real or not? And which one would you prefer? So which one do you think is most
I
likely to
think
happen, and which one do you like? Which ending do you prefer? Do you prefer the Escalade type ending, where like you say, he reached everything, but it just falls apart?
um the Askeladd ending. I prefer that,
Yeah,
but I do think she's real.
yeah.
I just don't think she's alive anymore.
Good twist. Okay, okay. So you think he'll
Yeah, I
come back
don't
to the
think she's
mainland
alive no
pissed?
more.
Okay. So you think no matter what, he gonna come back to the mainland pissed off
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
go, but if he
Or
make it back home,
he's gonna remember, and then he gonna break
break down.
down, and you know
Mm,
what I'm saying, something
mm.
like that. But I don't think she's actually living no more.
Okay.
If this is a guess, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be a great story.
We'll be peak.
That would be fire.
So is that everything? Sentence. It was paradise.
Ain't
Fire
nothing
Freeman.
force.
much. That's all that really happened,
Which one,
bro.
Hendo?
Let me see.
Freeman.
Oh yeah, I still haven't caught it. Just like how y'all with Fire Force, I still haven't caught up with the last season yet. I'm not gonna episode like 20 though. I'm close, but I'm like, bro, I got all this peak coming out. I'm like, I'm not even worried about catching up, man.
Okay.
So did y'all both watch it, Fearing? All right. It's y'all turn to go and take a front seat. Cause I didn't watch it. I'm not opening the season, but y'all can spoil it though. Y'all don't gotta high spoilers. Cause
Okay.
I remember y'all said what happened in the last episode. They found the crystal mage blocking stuff that they can use, like they can use their magic or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
Hendo. Let me know how you feel about what episode 2 of Fearing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, it was cool. I get it up to like a 7.58.
Mm,
So this episode was cool because the title was Hero of the South,
really?
right? And
Hmm.
so like you had a statue of the hero, right? And it was like another odd job. They're like, hey, can you clean the statue? So they go up to the statue, they expect to see Hamel, and it's not him, it's another dude.
Really?
And Stark and Fern are like, who's that? And she's like, the hero of the South. And they like, the hero of the South, we never heard of him before. And she was like, yeah, like Himmel wasn't the only hero. Like
That's
he's the
crazy.
most notable hero because he defeated the Demon King.
Mm,
But like that wasn't the only one at all. Like even though like yeah, it's the Demon King, he still basically had like let's say like the seven deadly sins, right? I forgot their name. Like his seven like top soldiers, right?
yeah.
Out of the seven top soldiers, bro took down three of them.
For real?
Like, man,
Facts.
because they said it
Facts,
was
bro.
seven total,
He
right? They say
cold.
two of them went
Dang.
MIA, two of them went MIA.
Yeah.
I think they defeated like one
They
or two
defeated
of
two.
them.
But that group you
The
talking
whole
about?
group.
Are you talking
The
about
They
Fame?
whole
group,
group had to take two
That's
bro,
crazy.
beat three by
by
himself.
himself.
Not only did he beat three by himself, he pulled up Demon King Castle. All seven of them are there.
That's crazy.
7v1, and he took down three, including the strongest one.
Really?
Say,
He's
my
he's like a regular
Facts.
person, like with like a
Facts.
sword and stuff.
regular person, a
My
regular
dog.
human.
So
Bro's a
he's stronger
dog,
than
bro.
him, or why wasn't he the hero
Yes,
then? What the
yes,
hell?
yes. That's a great question, Donovan. Why wasn't he strong? Why wasn't he? This is it, right? So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah,
I he a
of
dog.
course, Freeman being Freeman, you have a flashback, right?
Yep.
In our flashback, he tries to recruit Freeman to his party. He was
Hmm.
like, "Hey, my name is such and such. I forgot his name. I think his name actually may have been like Richard or something like that."
Yep.
And he's like, "I want to kill the Demon King. Do you want to help me?" And she was like, "No." And he was like, "Huh? So your answer is no?" And she was like, "You saying that like you knew what I was gonna say or something?" And he
Ooh,
was
get
like,
into
"Yeah,
it, boy.
that's because I did." And she was like, "Is this your idea of a joke or something? Because it's not funny." And he was like, "No, I can see the future.
He can
Like
see the future too.
that's why I'm the hero of like that's why I'm as strong as I am because I know what's gonna happen." He was like, "In a year from now, I'm gonna go to the Demon's King Castle. I'm gonna face off against the seven deadly sins, and I'm gonna die in battle. But
Bro
when I die
predicted
in
his
battle,
death.
I'm gonna take down three of them with me, right?" And
The
he was like,
dog.
"It's okay." And then so now she kind of looking like, "Dang, for real?" And he was like, "Don't worry though. Even if you were to come with me, I'ma still die, right?
Mm.
But that's okay because in a couple months, it's another dude that's gonna come up to you and he's gonna ask you to join his party, and then you're gonna say yes when he does because he's gonna find the right words to say. The
Mm.
only favor I have to ask of you is whenever you meet him and whenever
Say
you
this.
feel confident of, say, hey, I'm not gonna. I want you to tell him this is from me, the hero of the South. He said, "Hey, bro, I'm not gonna be to defeat the one to be to defeat the Demon King. You are right, but I got you. I'm gonna
Easy.
open up a path for you."
Oh.
And lo and behold, he killed three of them, right? And so when they pulled up, like, and I was like, "Dang!" So
Bro.
like
That
that
name is
lore
cooking, bro.
elite
That sounds
S plus
Bro, that's
tier
fire,
lore
bro.
dump, right? And I'm
That's fire.
like it's really tough because like when it comes to stuff like that, I'm really into lore. You know what I'm saying? So like that was really crazy because obviously when I'm looking just like Fern and Stark
that's
when they
crazy.
said, that's not how the male look. Ain't no way the sculptor did him that bad, that dirty.
Yeah.
And so I
Mm-hmm.
was like, dang, she said that was the strongest like human, like a hero that like she's known,
That's
whatever,
crazy,
right?
bro.
And yes, bro. And I really wish we could have seen them scrap, dog. That's like the only
Oh,
thing
y'all didn't see it?
we
They
They're
didn't show
gonna
it?
want.
show us. I think they're gonna show us,
Damn.
bro. I
I
think
That
they're
think
gonna
they
show
will
us.
show us later, but
I
like,
gotta catch up now. I ain't gonna lie. This made me want to catch up. I need to.
no, bro.
That
I'm
I'm
shit
gonna
like
was
catch
that
up this
fire,
Lord
week.
bro.
jump,
That shit was
elite,
fire.
bro, elite, bro. And so
That's
I was like, dang. So like, all that being said, like I said, it was a 7.5, 8 because it's like, granted, that's like I just really love lore, right? So whenever we get more information about the world, like world building, like story, like roots and stuff like that, like I enjoy it. But from like a episode perspective itself,
yeah.
like outside of that, that was obviously the highlight.
Mm.
Everything else is pretty mundane, pretty slow. I'm lying.
Facts.
I'm lying. They got like a sword back or something, but like just like one of those odd jobs.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
but I even forgot about that. I forgot about the fight in the episode because
Yeah.
I'm like that was really the main draw for me. So it was cool. I really enjoyed that. I want us to kind of like I ain't saying we gotta rush. We can take our time with it, especially if we getting like lore dumps like this along the way. Um, because even if I'm thinking back to season one, we really didn't have a set purpose for real. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're trying to travel to go see heaven, right? But like you really just kind of doing oddball things like as you're trekking that path. And then towards the end of the season, we tried to get Fern to become like the mage one or whatever.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of where we at right now. So I'm kind of just enjoying the journey, enjoying the ride. I'm definitely enjoying the season though. I'm liking the start of this season a lot better than the start of last season. And if we kind of picking up already, I can only imagine what the next episode will take us. But you
Yeah.
got it, Joe. You can take it
Yeah.
away.
How you feel about that, Joseph? How you feel about this episode 2 of Fearing?
Man, that shit was fire, bro.
Mm.
It was fire. Um, like you said, bro, I don't remember nothing about that fight. I don't know
Come
nothing
on,
about it.
bro.
But hey,
Like,
that bomb that they dropped, bro, that
that's crazy.
literally
Sounds crazy.
is like I know it's not the same. Don't crucify me for saying
No,
this.
we not
But
one,
it
man.
feels like an Attack on Titan. When bro dropped the bomb, it was like, oh, I'm a Titan, bro.
Yeah.
Or and you started to understand, you started to going back in your mind. So hold on. All of this don't happen without him,
Yeah. Uh huh.
Okay.
Fire.
bro. That
Uh,
right there is crazy. I can't wait till they start diving deeper into his story so we can actually see what's going on. But the strongest dude, basically, of Freeman's lifetime, which is over 1,000 years,
yeah.
predicted his own death. Got bro, that's
That
crazy.
sound crazy. You say he put up
That's
on
a
three of them,
crazy like bomb drop,
Three of
bro.
them,
and he put them on
and he
three of them,
fought
and
all
by the
seven at
strongest, and
once.
he bought the
Fought all
strongest
seven
one.
at once.
Oh, I thought he just fought three of them at once.
No,
He
he
fought all
fought
seven
seven at once,
and
Then
was able to
dog.
body
fought all
three of
7,
them.
bro.
I thought he just like
I
three.
felt
That's
if he would have fought
crazy.
one by one, he would have winning, bro. If he would have
He,
did one by
No
one,
cap.
that's
If
a
he
dub.
fought all of them in the ones, he's running all of them in
That's a
all
ones.
dub, bro.
seven is crazy, and taking a three as a regular
Bro,
human.
yes, bro. Cause like the thing is, they didn't show us a fight, but
Like,
like when he's telling Freeman
Bro,
like what's gonna happen in the future, you see him walking up, blicky in hand, right? And then like
mm-hmm,
when
bro,
you see his point of view, you see seven dark silhouettes, bro.
bro.
mm-hmm.
And then like at the end, you see him fall, but he like I took three down with me,
He had
and
to
he
go.
literally said like one of like honestly, he probably one of my favorite characters in the series based off this. He was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna be forgotten in history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna remember me because I'm not gonna be the big bad guy that took down a demon king. But I'm okay with that. That's
yeah.
cool with me. Long as y'all finish the job, long as y'all handle y'all business, I don't have to be remembered. I can be forgotten as long as the demon king gets killed. And I'm like,
He sound like a real one.
dang, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so
bro,
then,
he's solid.
man, that's a real one. Freeman just chuckling. She like, bro, you did all that, yeah, bro. They got statues of you they got statues of here everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
Like you the real hero to them because when he defeated those three like sins, like that basically cleared out the entire southern part of the continent from their reign and their control. So like the people there didn't have to worry about demon attacks no more. They had the
Mm-hmm.
food. They didn't have to worry about their villages getting like cooked, blah 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 blah. So to them that's the real hero
yeah.
because even though everything else was still going on, they didn't have to deal with that no more after he defeated those three sins or whatever. So yeah.
That's crazy. What would you rate it, Joe? So I don't know if you gave a rating of this episode.
9,
That's crazy. Yeah, I
nine
really
point
need to
five,
catch up.
9, bro.
Really catch up.
Come on, crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
that's everything though, right? We covered all the anime of this week. Fire Force, Fearing, Hell's Paradise, JJK, To Be Sentenced, and Fate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the next episode of Jack of All
Oh,
Trades.
I
And
forgot. Go ahead. Yeah, I forgot about
no,
that.
no worries. But like just real quick, it was
Yeah,
cool. I like how so basically they got rid of the dude in the party, right? And
yeah,
now they got a new like enchanter and they trying to go down on like floor 94 out of 100.
that's crazy.
Old girl in the party, one of them was like friends with like the dude they kicked out, and she was like, they didn't include her in the discussion to kick him out,
That's crazy.
right?
Did he
Because
know
they
that?
already knew. No, he didn't either.
So
Because
he
like
think that she was a part of kicking up.
at first he didn't know, but like it was like five of them told him to party. Three of them basically like you kicked out. Two of them was like, ha ha, you suck, we're getting rid of you. And so the girl, she seen him out in public,
She was like,
and she was
"Hey,
like, oh my gosh, like
where you been?
I didn't know. And he was like, no, it's okay. She was like, bro, please come back, bro. Please, please,
We
please
need
come
you."
back. He ain't even meet the new one yet, new person yet. And he was like, on it, because they was all childhood friends, the whole 9 yards. He like, nah, bro, like I can't, bro. She said, dog, please, bro, please, we can't do it without you. And he was like, bro, is this you talking or is this the team talking? Right? And she was like, it's just me. And he was like, all right then, like y'all good, y'all got it, bro. Y'all
That's
gonna be straight.
crazy.
So they go down to flow 94 or
I
whatever,
get
right?
bodied, huh?
And got barbecue chicken. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be trying to fight trolls and stuff. The new enchanter doing stuff. And they trying to hit them. They trying to hit the monster stuff. They like, dang, my magic kind of sucked today, bro. Like the tank tried to block something. He getting blown back 15 feet and stuff.
Mhm.
Like one of the main attacker, he tried
Attackers,
to do a
yeah.
little special move, barbecue chicken. And they like, dang,
What's
bro,
going
what's
on,
going
man? Just a bad
on? They
day,
leave up
what?
the chances.
And
They said, bro, like, what you doing, bro? Like, our buff's wearing off, bro. Keep us our stuff. I say, blah. And then old girl just in the back, like, You know what I'm saying? And she was like, bro, y'all do know why we suck right now, right? And it was like, no, why? Mind you, a black dragon pull up. They was barely able to beat the black dragon the first time. They was getting
Mm-hmm.
cooked by some little orcs and trolls.
Without
So
him,
they
yep.
like, oh, we're fried. So like they tried to put an O out on it, didn't leave a scratch. And so they like, nah, we gotta get out of here. So they tried to use like a emergency teleportation thing, bro. They didn't even go through the emergency teleportation thing. The dragon did.
So
And
it's up.
mind
So
you,
it's topside now.
it's not topside,
Oh,
but it's like this is 94 out of 100, right? That portal takes you to a random boss stage on any other floor in the tower,
yeah.
Oh,
right?
that's crazy
So
work.
because it's not gonna go beneath them to 95, 96. No, bro. You in one of the mid upper floors, bro.
That's
So you
crazy.
got a 94 floor level black dragon
And
who
nobody
the
will
best
know because somebody
party
go
to.
pull up on. Oh, I just thought about some random team that's. Oh man, let's
Yes,
get it.
bro.
Level
Yes,
20,
bro.
level 20
Yes,
goblin. Come on, let's
bro.
run to level
Cooked.
20
Right.
goblin
Cooked.
and see a black
Yes,
dragon. Oh my god,
yes, bro.
That'd
you
be
done
So
deal.
cooked.
now they like, oh my god, we gotta hurry up and run and tell the guild so they can they can mass force teleport everybody out. You know what I'm saying? And so they running back, and everybody outside the dungeon, they just like, dang, oh my gosh,
Y'all
the
beat it.
party's back already. They're so goaded. Oh my god. And so then they was like, man, we're gonna get docked points for this, blah, blah, blah. They like, bro, we finna get people killed. Forget them
Yeah,
F them points.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so then on the way back, bro, old girl just like, bro, he was him. Y'all thought because all of them also have like magic resistance too.
Yep.
So every time he was buffing them,
You
he
have to
was
go through that.
bypassing like
That's
the resistance to
crazy.
magic.
Yeah.
And so like, oh girl, she giving him buffs, but like, bro, his buffs will last 3 minutes for all of them.
Yeah.
Her buffs last 2 minutes for like two of them and 1 minute for like the main person,
Mm.
right? And so she like, I don't know what you want me to do, bro. Like, I'm doing the same exact thing I always done. Like, y'all just suck because like
Yeah.
y'all have this really high resistance to what's supposed to allow me to help you. And it was like the other dude never complained about this. And the old
Mm-hmm.
girl was like, that's what I've been trying to tell y'all. Like, we suck without him, bro. Like, but nah, Brody tweaking. Like not the main character, but like the attacker of the party, he was like, oh, we're gonna do it without him. We don't need him. We only need me. I'm like, yeah, bro, you're gonna get your team killed. But yeah. So it's not the best thing since sliced bread,
But
but
keep you
I
entertained.
I think it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like how
Yeah.
we came to this conclusion in episode 4, and it didn't take us 12 episodes to get here. So obviously, next episode, he's in another part of the dungeon with like another team at this point, like training some of them. The black dragon gonna pull up there, whatever, where they fighting the boss. He gonna do what he do, and everybody gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Because at first they threw out an article throwing smut on his name too, saying he got kicked out because he suck and this other person better, so we gonna bring him in. But he didn't really tell nobody what happened. So everybody else on the training thing, they like, "Oh my gosh, so he really got kicked out. He really sucked for real." But like whole time he finna show him like, oh, but yeah.
Yeah.
But pretty cool,
Sound like a
solid.
good watch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Last thing, or
Sounds
one of the
solid.
last things, I'm gonna bring up some news. I don't know if y'all seen. I probably did. Dragon Ball Super is coming back. Y'all seen that?
That moral arc this year.
It is coming back, and this is what it's been 8 years or close to 10 years, maybe since
Hey,
Super. I think it's close like
that
eight to
was high
10
school, bro.
since
That was
Super
high school.
Dang,
episode
that's a minute.
actually aired. And we're not counting Dragon Ball Diamond. I heard that it's okay, but they was chibi kids. I wasn't watching that. I'm not gonna watch. I wasn't gonna watch that. But Super is coming back. It's hype, bro. How do y'all feel about this news that Dragon Ball Super is coming back?
I don't really have an opinion.
Yeah,
I
Super.
haven't seen Super
That's
before.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
it's got
Yeah,
its
no, I ain't seen it.
Dragon Ball Super is like, how people have problems with Dragon Ball Z or whatever. Like, like Hits of Summer Sub may be dumb or some fights may be too long. Dragon Ball Super
Yeah.
has some of the highest highs, but it also has some of the
Highest
lowest
high.
lows. So it's like a mixed bag with Dragon Ball Super. Like I remember some parts was just dumb. I'm like, bro, why am I watching this? And some parts broke the internet. So I'm just
But
excited.
that was when the movie came out, right? And it was on Twitter and stuff. Like
Which one?
it was talking about the same when he went
Broly.
what is
Come
it?
on, Broly.
Ultra Instinct? Like
Ultra
Legacy
Instinct.
White?
That wasn't on that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that wasn't the
that was
movie.
sense.
That's the series.
That was
So
the
that was a
movie.
ha ha.
Yeah,
No, that was in Dragon Ball Super, the TV show. So
the
that was a
peak
ha ha.
of Dragon
Okay.
Ball.
So
Period.
and this next arc is called Immortal Arc. Is gonna be a
Oral art.
banger. This and the next one too. What's his name? I always say a granola bar. I forgot his name.
Granola.
Yeah.
That's his name.
He's in this arc too, or
Granola.
is there two separate arcs?
He in his art.
So yeah, I'm excited for both of them. I know like the gist of it more or less and seen some panels, but I haven't actually read it, so I'm excited, bro. That's good. How you feel about this news that Dragon Ball
Bro,
Super
I'm
is coming back?
geek, bro. Cause you know I read Super. I read the
Really?
manga of Super too. Yeah.
Mm.
So like, because we get Ultra Instinct and Super, right? But Vegeta
Get a
finna
new
make a little
transformation.
something say too,
That's gonna be
bro.
big.
Like, so I'm excited for that. And then I think if they gonna end it where I think they will, we also gonna see somebody else get a new form
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm excited. PJ sent somebody the other day. They may have been early today or yesterday, and I was like, bro, I didn't know they was coming out with a season this year.
Yeah, they was
Like the
doing.
anime's coming
Yeah,
out
they was
again this
doing.
year.
I don't know if it was a specific Dragon Ball Z event or just an anime event, but they had like it was like a Dragon Ball. There's the new game they announced. We don't know what it is. People hoping it's Xenoverse 3, where you create your own create a character. So it's just a whole bunch of stuff. I'm hyped for it. And then they say they remaking or they like remaking it or putting something in movies. I don't remember if they
What?
or was it maybe that they just that the Dragon Ball movie is canon? I think maybe that's what it was. I think they came out and said that movie was canon probably.
I haven't even heard that, Brody.
Or I think they said it's gonna be animated like so you know how they had like the movie Battle of the Gods when he fought Beerus and then they made a TV show for him. I think they made the anime. So I think it's gonna be, I think they said they doing that. They're gonna make the Broly movie the TV show for him they did. But yeah, I just want to get that out because that's probably the biggest news we had this year. This year's getting better and better, basically. And
And do you know they're making the World Trigger remake too, huh?
oh yeah, yep.
Oh
And
yeah, I heard about that too. I know that's gonna be
I was just
crazy.
getting an old TikTok I posted in 2021 and 2022 when I was reacting when the most recent season came out. When I tell you I've been waiting for that for years, that's one of the animes that I really wanted to read the manga, but I love the anime so much and how they waited and the way they did the fights. I was like, I'm waiting. I waited years for this. I cannot wait for the World Trigger and Reborn, of course. So it's gonna be peak, but like this couple years gonna be
That shit
amazing.
gonna
But
be
real
nice.
quick, the last thing I want to ask y'all, what I was gonna say, which is I don't want to do a whole list because that may be more difficult or take longer. But what is your favorite anime of this season, and what is your worst? Or if you got two tied, then like the top two or your worst one. So do you have on the top of your head? Matter of fact, I'll let you think about that. So your worst one, your favorite anime of the season and your worst anime of the season. Mine's is Fate Strange Fake, as you know. I love that. And it's crazy because I didn't expect it. Because when we said, remember, I think like the week before all the animes came out, and we did like a list. I think what was he most hyped for? I was Fate Strange Fake. I was even debating even watching it. I didn't think so. So it's a good surprise for me that it's that amazing that it is. I'm loving it. So that's probably number one. But JJK as it goes on, I think will eventually pass it up. Or Fire Force maybe up there. So number one is Fake Strange Fake. And my last one is hard because I don't really none of these animes been ass. So like
Facts.
No.
I'll probably
Facts.
say Fire Force. Because it started off kind of like a
Yeah.
recap, the first episode, or no, not a recap, like getting a little more lore, and then yeah. And the second episode was good, the third episode was good. They all good, but like I said, this whole anime season January so far has been good. So I think Fire Force is my last one because JJK, yeah. Fire Force is my worst one. What is your list, Joseph? Your best and your worst anime of this season?
The best is definitely tied. JJK and Sentence to Be a Hero is tied for my favorite so far.
Okay.
And the worst, I gotta be, bro. Hell's Paradise, bro. That shit
Really?
ain't been up there.
Really?
It ain't been doing what it's supposed to do.
That's crazy for the number one fan.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, man.
Do you think
It's starting to pick
yeah,
it
go.
up though.
I was about to say, do you think it have the capabilities to get back to your number one spot? Do you think do you think it has a chance to still? Do you think it can make a comeback down 3-1 to make that number one
I don't
spot?
know, bro. I don't
Mm.
know, bro. These shows they starting to take off. Even Freeman starting to take off. That last episode was crazy, bro.
Lord Double
I
was
don't.
crazy.
To be honest, I don't think Hell's Paradise is gonna finish in my top three of this like
Damn, what is that?
of the spring. I don't think
Yeah,
it's gonna be in
from the
top three,
number
bro.
one Hell's Paradise fan to saying you don't think it's
But
gonna
we'll see.
finish.
We'll
Damn.
see.
How about you, Hendo? Do you have a favorite and worst anime of this season or so far?
Yeah, favorite is gonna be Fate, Strange
Let's
Fate.
go. Let's
For
go.
sure. I'm gonna throw
Mhm.
in like most surprised. Honestly, I guess that'll be Jack of all trades. I thought it was gonna be pretty bad.
Interesting.
'Cause it's bro, it's some of them like I just clicked on a couple animes. I'm about 5 minutes in. I'm like, nah, this
This
ain't
ain't
it,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
This ain't it, bro. And
Yeah.
I just exited out. But I'm like, hey, I keep coming back every week, so maybe I do a little something right.
Uh-huh.
So like that's like I guess my quote unquote cozy little anime. Worst for sure, Hell's Paradise, and like that's I feel
Yeah.
Yeah,
bad for
me
saying
too.
worst because it's
Cause
not
it's not bad.
like
Yeah.
bad,
It's not bad.
but like if I had to rank all my animes, bro, it's gonna be on bottom.
Yeah.
So it's like worst may not be the best way to put it, but it's just like which one's at the bottom of your list that may not be as bad, still
Yeah.
quote unquote bad, but you know,
Hmm.
it would definitely be Hell's Paradise though for sure.
That's good. Do you see any like change ups? Like, do you expect something to reach number one? Like I said with JJK, which you know what's coming forward. Do you expect that to shoot up to number one or what?
Honestly, my sleeper pick, bro,
Mhm.
is gonna be because I don't know how many episodes we're getting this season for JJK. So I
Mhm.
don't know how much they plan on animating. So with that being said, I think my JJK theoretically should probably end this one, but I low key think it's gonna be Fire Force because
Whoa. Okay.
I was a
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's
I'm a
interesting.
nah. Shinra was that was my guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like Shinra probably was my second favorite MC out of the quote unquote new gens, and this is Yuji, Deku, Asta, like all of them guys, right? So
Uh-huh.
like Denji. So like yeah, bro, like Shinra, bro, like especially me getting back into the anime. And I'm like, I really forgot how crazy and how deep Fire Force really got for real. Like I forgot that mangaka was low key in a bag. I want to say because she's the same person who made Soul Eater, right? Same person, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Same person. Yeah, yeah. She made both of them. So like, yeah, so like she really in her bag, bro. And I forgot how deep the plot get, like as we go on. So like, nah, bro. I'm looking forward to the moments, bro. And I feel like I may be a little bit more excited for that than what is to come in JJK, depending on how far we get. So yeah.
That's very interesting. I did not think we was do this. And I was
For
wondering
sure.
knock this off with y'all right quick. I may do have to do a weird cut, but did y'all get any questions from did anybody swipe up and ask y'all any questions for the podcast?
I got one. I got one from Alex, and he basically was like, "We can make it quick. So we'll do like top
Yeah,
three."
yeah. I was gonna ask because I have like two. So I was just saying, I was just like actually, what do y'all have any so we can like choose one if you feel like which one is the best one.
Okay,
Yeah.
but his was like basically top three get back moments in anime. Get
Okay.
back. An example of that would be like Roy in Full Metal Alchemist, or like Shikamaru in Naruto, with Asuma stuff like that.
Yeah, I say we say that because I do. I told like Alex the next
That's a
tournament.
good one.
The next tournament I want to do is the like either top rage moments or top like get or the top get back moments of all anime. So I say we save that
Bet,
because I
bet,
want to
bet.
do it in tournament form. So I'm gonna see what's our best ones in tournament. So I'll eventually make that list when it's slow down. I have two or three, but I really like two of them. One of them is this is simple point best antagonist in all anime. Another one is what is the best fight in DBZ, and another one is what anime has the best representation, of black people. Which one y'all want to do? Do y'all have
Hmm.
a preference? So like
No, I don't got a
so like I
preference.
said,
That was interesting.
best fight in Dragon Ball. Which anime has the best representation of African Americans, and then best antagonist in all anime? I think we already kind of did it. Yeah, we already did the antagonist one already. I low-key
I
forgot.
agree.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all said
So
our
we did it. Yeah, I
favorites.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that.
Low-key,
Yeah. So go back to watch. It was not this last episode. I think episode maybe 5 or 4. We said our favorite antagonist. You gotta go back to see that, and that was by one of Malcolm. So appreciate the question, but we did
Shout
that
out
already.
Malcolm.
Yeah. I just shout. That's what I also want to do is so I can shout everybody out.
Yeah.
So we already did
Shout
that
out
a couple
Malcolm,
of
man.
episodes back. But let's say it real quick then in case. So mine was Kaisen. What's yours, Joseph?
You said
Best
antagonist?
Yeah.
It was Pain.
Okay. Pain / Itachi.
I think mine was Pain
yeah,
too.
Pain too. Okay, so that was one real quick. But so which one to do? Black representation or best fight in DBZ?
We could do
Black representation would be interesting.
would be interesting actually. It would be
I
very
do got
interesting.
one.
Okay, so we could do this one.
What would yours be?
Yeah, go ahead, go if you got one. Because I think I have one too.
I was gonna say Hunter x Hunter, bro. And I don't remember the girl's name,
With the
but you remember one of the I guess she was
the
like
Kilo
a
family. Yeah, she was like a servant.
Axe. She was a server at the kid. That's like the best that I could think of right now, or Bleach.
I was
But
about
I
to say
don't
too.
want none of y'all to say. Yeah, I already
Some,
knew that.
yeah. Well, I have some more, but yeah, they got Yororichi, and then what's the other dude name? Tenzin? Is that his name? The black dude with the, you remember he was black too before he got turned into a nasty bug? He had, He was blind. Am I saying any black characters from that? Yeah, so them two good black characters. I was gonna say just recently, off what I can remember recently, a good one. I like the black Gachi Akira character.
I was glad that was one of mine. Yeah,
And he fired.
Yeah.
He fired though.
Him
fired.
and
the girl,
the lady,
and the look,
with
and
the
the girl.
glasses. That's the one that
The
was most
HR
recent.
lady.
That was most recent on my mind. I'm trying to think of it. Do you have one, Hendo?
Fire Force too, bro.
You right.
Fire Force representation dope, bro.
Yeah, this probably
I
take
rock
longer.
with it.
I might come back next week with a better one because I feel like I'm missing one that's like an older one that I can't remember. That's why I said
Naruto had pretty good representation too with everybody from
his
the
brother A, I think. Yeah, Miss.
The Miss. B.A. They had the two people that pressed Naruto.
Yeah.
That one time, like Darui.
You're right.
Like
so
they low-key, they gotta.
It might be Naruto.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
yeah.
more than one. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what it is, you know. And if we want to be funny, Dragon Ball Z for Piccolo.
I knew you was gonna say that too.
But also they did. I was thinking when I thought I was thinking Popo. They did Popo. That's so messed up.
Yeah.
What else anime that did black people dirty? I'm trying to look at things. I know.
Aki Loki got a couple black people in there too, bro.
I remember one anime that probably made a black person that got like super big lips for no reason. I can't think about it. But that was a great question.
It could have been Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that was from Rajan, the Sun guy. I appreciate that. And my brother did was the one that asked for the best DBZ fight, so I was surprised about that. But we can say that one for next week then, unless some people have some better questions. But that's it. Can't think of nothing else. We talked about all the anime. This was a great, fantastic week. I can't wait to see if any other weekend passes. Because like you said, it wasn't really a lot of banger ones besides really the Maki one. But all the rest of the ones wasn't bad by no means. They was all good. They was all good to great. And then the top one was fantastic. So I'm interested to see if any other weekend anime can top this one. Appreciate you for checking out the video, man, and if you made it this far, appreciate that too, because we had like an hour and 50 minutes. So this episode 7, always look out for more episodes. Like I said, this anime seasons just keep getting better and better, and just come to the best anime podcast to hear us yap about each episode. And also put any questions down in the comments or hit us up better on Instagram if you have a question of the week, because I want to try to do this weekly if you can. So we'll do like I did, pull all the questions together and then answer 1 or 2 or the best one depending on time. But that's it. Appreciate y'all made this far the video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe for more, and we will see y'all ladies and gentlemen on the next episode. Peace out.
Yes, sir.